Welcome back to The Resilient Economy, the podcast dedicated to turning financial confusion into clear strategy. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that causes genuine, palpable fear for millions of people in volatile economies around the globe: the sudden, brutal surge of the US dollar. This is what some call exchange rate panic, and it can feel like your financial life is spiraling out of control overnight.
That's exactly right, Alex, and thank you for having me. I've spent decades as an analyst and professor watching this happen, and the emotional response is always the same: a state of financial vertigo. People, driven by FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, make impulsive, often wealth-eroding decisions. The panic itself becomes the worst advisor.
That's a powerful point. We're conditioned to panic. So the purpose today isn't just to explain why the dollar surges, but to give our listeners a practical mental toolkit to handle it. We want to transform that fear into a controlled financial action plan. The currency tsunami, understanding the mechanics. Let's start with the basics, Ben. When we talk about the dollar's skyrocketing, what are we actually seeing in the economy? It feels random, but your research says it's anything but.
Exactly. A sudden dollar increase is never random. It's the visible manifestation of deep systemic tensions. Think of the dollar not just as a bill, but as the anchor of global trade. It stabilizes debts, commodity prices, and the cost of nearly everything we consume.
So it's the gold standard that everything else is measured against.
Precisely. And I like to use a simple tide metaphor to explain the mechanics of devaluation. Imagine your local currency is a small boat in a port. The dollar is the safe, solid harbor everyone rushes toward when they see a storm approaching, a financial crisis.
I like that image.
When the dollar surges, it's as if the tide is rapidly receding in your local port. The water, your local currency, withdraws quickly because the demand for the safe harbor, the dollar, increases exponentially. You have large investment funds pulling capital out of risky markets like yours. Importers need more dollars to buy their next shipment of goods. Even the average person starts buying dollars to protect their savings.
So it's fundamentally a confidence shock, the loss of faith in the country's economic future.